and welcome to NEPAC today for the NCCU SJCIC Inter-Primary School Quiz Competition. Let me first of all acknowledge the presence of a number of officials here. First of all, I want to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Minister Troy Liber, Minister of Education. Then I want to acknowledge the presence of the Principal Education Officer, Ms. Claxton. And then I see Mr. Joan Williams, Education Official. And then we have the SJCIC officials in the persons of Mr. Alistair Byron, First President, and Mr. Henry Daniel, also President at some point in time. I want to acknowledge also the principals and teachers of the 6 participating schools and their students and supporters and the parents that are not sure. Also, I want to acknowledge the presence of the officials who will be working today from the credit union. And everyone, good morning. And for those who are listening by the means of radio, and radio, and those who are following us, I understand, on Facebook.
Credit union.
And those also following us, maybe on YouTube, generally speaking, on the World Wide Web. Welcome to this very important activity. This activity was one activity that was organized by the Leaders Co-operative Credit Union as part of the 50th anniversary. Credit union was started in 1972. So last year we made 50 years, but we had to postpone it due to a number of factors that came. So this is a 50th anniversary activity for the Leaders Co-operative Credit Union. Could you give the Credit Union a round of applause? 50 years of existence. Not many institutions have survived 50 years, but the credit union has survived 50 years and is going very strong, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So I want to pay special tribute to the Leaders Credit Union and also acknowledge the fact that they have been sponsoring this activity for many, many years. It got started way back probably around 1980. Or they about started with 3 schools, and now we are encompassing all schools. We are hoping to have all 10 or 11 schools today, but we are down to 6, but we work with what we have. And next year, well, I guess this calendar year, we are hoping to have it sometime in November, and we're hoping this time around to have all primary schools, and it's public and private schools, take part. And so, welcome to this activity this morning. And so, we're going to move right ahead and we're going to have prayer. So, for the prayer, we're going to ask you to please to stand. Kindly stand for prayer. So it says, Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity you have given to us to assemble here for this very important activity. We pray especially for the participants of all the schools and the teachers who have prepared them so well. We are praying for the officials of the Education Department who have supported us in this activity. And we pray for all those who are here, all those who are listening. While we pray that it will be inspirational and all concerned will benefit from this activity. We are praying especially for the children that you help them pick their minds as they participate in this activity. best of today for you teachers. Amen. But before you sit, we have the national anthem. We're going to ask the technical guy to play the national anthem, and we know the sound of attention to the national anthem. At this time, we also have a program. The next item on the program will be remarks by the General Manager of the Leaders Co-operative Credit Union, Mr. Sidney Luther.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Protocol having been adopted, I'd like to acknowledge the Minister of Education and also to mention the President of the SJCIC, Alice Templeton, and the Secretary, Ms. Tasha Parra. Today's activity is an important one in the calendar of activities for the 50th anniversary of the Leaders Co-operative Credit Union, as Mr. Morton, the Director of the Credit Union, has already explained. Because of circumstances beyond our control, this activity has been postponed to 2023. And it's important because it focuses on the youths, school children who we see in the credit union as the future members of the credit union. And so you are important, we could not leave you off, even if the calendar year has expired. It also emphasizes one of our strategic goals, and that is relationships. Since we will have had to collaborate with a number of our partners to deal with this activity, the SJCIC, with whom we've worked for almost 30 years in delivering this activity, the Department of Education as our partner as well, because without them we could not get access to the schools and to the children. And we have now had NEPAC as our esteemed venue, one radio partner, media access or media coverage over the years. We have with us the TV, digital display, digital digital display. We also have Jenny's production and others coming together to make this activity one that you all will enjoy. I wish to say a very special thanks to all of you for your partnership on behalf of the entire Nevis Credit Union family. And especially to the participating students who have been taking part in the competition. We want to thank you for showing up, teachers, and the Ministry of Department of Education, and to show you all in our eyes you are all winners. Now, as 2023 has commenced, the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union would like to announce that we have two major initiatives that the general membership can benefit from. And we believe that this is an opportune time to say that our prepaid debit card, which is a MasterCard branded product, offered through the Caribbean Credit Card Corporation, or FOCIS, is now ready for rollout. And so we are encouraging all of our members to contact the Nevis Credit Union and get your card. It doesn't cost anything to you, it is free. And the second thing is, considering the high cost of health care, the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union has partnered with NASHCO to roll out a group medical health plan in 2023, sometime in this first quarter, under the brand name NASHCO, and it is for members of the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. If you do not have an insurance, medical insurance in place, Nevis Credit Union is the place to come to get access. You are 17 years and over, in the first 30 days, you could get access, but after the first 30 days, persons over 70 years cannot join. This is your opportunity. Make your plans now to get in. The cost is very reasonable, much cheaper than an individual plan. And we invite you again, the members, especially those listening via radio and Facebook, contact your credit union for more information. We invite you to stay tuned to your credit union and follow our various social media pages, our website, radio and television, as we update you from time to time. The Board of Directors, management, and staff look forward to your continued support and invite you to experience the credit union difference. We thank the listening audience, we thank the participating schools, Department of Education, and everyone who will be a part of the quiz competition this morning. And we wish everyone a very enjoyable and productive day. Thank you.
We should thank Mr. Newton, long-standing General Manager of the Nevis Credit Union. And the person contribution to the development of the Nevis Credit Union. In my introduction, I overlooked Mr. Pemberton because he told me he was leaving for a function. So I didn't know what Mr. Pemberton would answer Pemberton. He's still the president of the Nevis, of the SJCIC, so give him a round of applause. And Ms. Claxton, education officer, she just stayed, so she will not be for the initial acknowledgement. At this time, we wish to call to the podium to give for the remarks the Principal Education Officer, Ms. Zanella Plaxton-Wardle, applause for Ms. Claxton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kindly along with the adoption of the protocol, we have so legally established. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure and a privilege for me to greet you on behalf of the Ministry and Department of Education, your Nevis, and of course acknowledging our Minister of Education and Permanent Secretary of Education as well. This competition was a staple on the calendar of activities for several years, and we are so happy to be here today after a hiatus. We opted to go with the modified version of the quiz this year, using a collaborative or team approach for all rounds with questions focused on language arts, mathematics, science, and NCCU tracks, in light of the fact that this edition celebrates the Youth Co-operative Credit Union's 50th anniversary. This is our first post-COVID edition, and we felt that it was important to properly transition the students. But we want to commend the partners of this activity. The St. John's Community Engagement Club, popularly known as SJCIC, and the Youth Co-operative Credit Union, NCCU. This quiz, as you've heard before, is a brainchild of SJCIC, and they have organized it for decades. Children longer than some of you have been around, right? For a long, long time. And we are happy that they have continued to demonstrate their commitment to this activity. We at the Ministry of Department of Education also applaud the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. The NCCU has demonstrated their investment in the people of Nevis and specifically to education. We have seen and felt your presence in many activities, both at the school and system level. We know that you will continue to and perhaps extend these partnerships. We also take the opportunity to congratulate you and your team, Mr. Newton, on your 50th anniversary. To the students participating today, we wish you the best. We know that you're prepared, you're focused, and so you're ready. As I close, I say, above all else, today as you sit before us, I encourage you to have fun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Claxton. I wish to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Kevin Barrett, Deputy Trustee, PS Education. Thank you for coming to the welcome to your presidency today. Next item on the program will be remarks by SJCIC, and that will be given by Mr. Hanson Byron. He was the first president of the SJCIC, and that was way back in 1977. And he's still strong. And he was on half of the club. Actually, he was voted by him for the presidency. And he beat me by a couple of votes. But that was the problem. He worked together very well hereafter. So welcome, Mr. Byron.
Thank you very much, Chairman. But I didn't remember that you were the person who had killed against. All right, so first of all, observe. Good morning, everyone. The SJCIC is pleased to partner with the NCCU and, of course, the Education Department and Ministry in bringing to you this primary schools quiz. As was said before, it's been a few years since we haven't had it, but we are happy to be here again to host the inter-primary school quiz. I want to congratulate the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union on their 50th anniversary. It's been a long time, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. President Daniel, former president as well as a founding member of SJCIC, likes to speak about the three institutions, organizations that were established in the 1970s. The Nevis Cooperative Credit Union, Culturama, and the SJCIC. These are the organizations that have impacted the division society and continues to impact the whole of Lagos and beyond. And we're happy to cooperate with you, again, NCCU, in bringing this quiz to the people of Lagos. In previous years, they have been the sponsors and we have been the organizers, but I noticed this time around, they were both sponsors and organizers. And we are happy for that. Thanks again to the Education Department for allowing us to host this quiz, cooperation between our three organizations. And we want to implore you, we want to beg of you to continue to allow this important activity on the school's calendar, the Education Department calendar. As Dwight said before, we want to host it in November, which is our anniversary month. But we work with you. So if you want us to do it in a different time period of the year, we want to work with you. And if you want to transition it to include other things or to take out some stuff, we work together. But we want to beg of you to allow us to continue with this quiz and to continue to cooperate. I'm sure yes, the Lagos Co-operative Credit Union will always be with us. They have been with us in excess of 25 years, and we have felt the impact, and we want to continue to put on this quiz. Many students who are now impacted in society of Lagos in various areas and forms continue to speak about their involvement in the quiz. From as far back as the early 1980s, even before, when we started in 3 schools, 2 schools in fact, 2 schools in St. John's. That's how we started with what was then the St. John's Primary School and what was then the Prospect Primary School. Then we extended it within that primary school, then we extended it where 4th school is St. Thomas's, and after that we extended it to all the schools in Leeds. I would call some of the persons who continue to speak to us about how it impacted them as students in grade 6, grade 5 and 6. But we want to continue this quiz. SJCIC celebrated, well, we celebrated 45 years last year while the NCCU was celebrating the 50th anniversary. Right, so I now want to start as well the principals and students and to wish those who are participating the very best in this quiz and may the best school win. All of you will be with us just by your participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Byron. I heard you implore the Education Department to support us in the future, but I can tell you, this cluster, the video sitting right in front here, she already assured that it will be this. Okay. So, Mr. Dimekar, welcome, that we are taking later this year. Correct, Ms. Claxton? Yes, we had a meeting this week and she gave me assurance. So I have no fear about the activity continuing in the future. At this time, we are going to have the main activity. That is the quiz. But there is no quiz without participants. And so at this time, we want to welcome the participants to the stage of the school by school, and we're going to start. What's the order here? Charleston. All right. Put your hands together for the Charleston primary report. We're going to continue class. We're going to continue higher up there. and Zona Chapman. Round of applause for them, please. Then we have the St. Thomas's Primary School. A round of applause for them, please. From the NCCU, I'm going to introduce somebody Hamilton and Elijah Clark. Is that correct? Elijah? What's your name? Oh, okay, one went to the bathroom. Oh, he's coming. Give me a round of applause. Then we have St. James Primary School, elementary audience, and the teacher there.
Will pouch it to you. Will pouch it to you. Will pouch it to you.
All right, that was St. James. St. James, now we have the Joyce Library Primary School. Somebody help me name is Azarius Henderson and the Wonder Archibald. Hello, a couple of minutes. Then we have the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School, EES. I'm signing in Pemberton. Round of applause for them, please. And last but not least, Ira Walters Primary School. Round of applause for them, please. So these are our 6 participating schools, and I will mention earlier, by Mr. Bayo, very best school. And the notwithstanding, notwithstanding, those who don't come first, second, and third, you're all winners. Because we believe that the exposure you get today, the more you will spend in the future. So consider yourselves to be all winners. Now, at this time, we want to look at the rules. You can not show my card here.
I'll do them, guys. I'll do them. Right. I'll do them.
All right. You're going to ask Mr. Byron to read the rules. So please listen carefully. Participants and the rules are read.
All right, so we have rule number 1. As you can see, there are 2 students on the stage participating, and there's also a standby in the audience who would have been a part of preparations for the quiz. The quiz will be based on the following subject areas: language arts, science, mathematics, and social studies. And in social studies round, we'll also have some questions on the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. Those questions will be based on information that was sent to the schools by the NCCU.
There will be 2 rounds of questions per school. In all of the questions, there will be collaboration. So no question will be directed to any individual students. The students can cooperate, and then one student would answer the question. Right, students will be allowed to use pen and paper for the difficult round of mathematics. I wish I would find a different word for difficult. But for the more challenging round of mathematics. Right, each question will be read twice, so students listen for the announcer to read each question twice. Then after that, the time will start, and you can answer the question after collaboration, if you need to collaborate. Right, students will be allowed 20 seconds for each question, except for the difficult round of mathematics, which will be allowed, you'll be allowed 40 seconds to work out and then answer the question. Right, so 20 seconds for everything except the difficult round of mathematics, which is 40 seconds. Right, and you will be allowed only one answer per question. So once you answer the question, you will not be allowed to give a second answer, even if it's wrong. Right, in the event of a tie for the 3 top school positions, there will be a tie-breaker round. The judge's decision is final. You can see the judge is sitting on the far side of the table from me. And then you can see also some trophies and medals on stage. And I understand that there will also be cash prizes to the schools, which is new, and we want to congratulate the NCCU on this new venture. Right, so all participants will receive medals. The medals are also in the cups that you can see there, and including the standby students. So all 3 students from each school will each get a medal. Those are the rules for the quiz. Back over to you, Mr. Moderator.
All right, just want to go back to check. I guess if I can go off, just check.
Hello? Hello?
Okay. All right, the microphones are in order. So in our first set of questions, that will be language, and we have Mr. Daniel read those questions.
The questions are in envelopes, and he will draw a question at random and read it.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, students. The first question goes to the Charlestown Primary School, and this section is on spelling. The question reads, the athletic girl was unbeatable throughout the sports meet. Spell the word unbeatable. Listen again for the question. The athletic girl was unbeatable throughout the sports meet. Spell the word unbeatable.
U-N-B-E-A-T-A-B-L-E. Unbeatable.
Microphone.
You.
Okay,
you.
Correct. Next question goes to the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. Question reads, the salmon is a popular fish. Spell the word salmon. The question, listen again. The salmon is a popular fish. Spell the word salmon.
S-A-L-M-O-N.
Correct. Next question goes to the Ivor Walters Primary School. The question reads, my sister and I were truly sorry for you. Spell the word truly. Next, my sister and I were truly sorry for you. Spell the word truly.
Truely.
Did he? What's he said? Incorrect. The truly, Truly. Next question goes to the Joycelyn Liebert Primary School. Question reads, he needs to work harder or he will not advance to the next level. Listen again. He needs to work harder or he will not advance to the next level. Spell the word advance.
Advance. ADVANCE. Advance.
Correct. Next question goes to St. James Primary School. The question reads, we appreciate the accommodation provided. Spell the word accommodation. Listen again. We appreciate the accommodation provided. Spell the word accommodation.
ACOMADATION.
It's incorrect. The word accommodation is spelled ACCOMMODATION. Next question goes to the St. Thomas's Primary School. Question reads, my father works in the private sector. Spell the word private. Listen. My father works in the private sector. Spell the word private.
PRIVATE, private.
Correct. We go back to Charlestown Primary. Question. Please take the dishes to the kitchen. Spell the word kitchen. Please take the dishes to the kitchen. Spell the word kitchen.
KITCHEN.
Correct. Next question goes to Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. It is a great privilege to enjoy year-round sunshine. Spell the word privilege. It is a great privilege to enjoy year-round sunshine. Spell the word privilege.
Privilege, PRIVALAGE, privilege.
No, incorrect. The privilege is spelled PRIVILEGE. Next question goes to Ivor Walters Primary School. The child did not collect his receipt. spell the word receipt. The child did not collect his receipt. Spell the word receipt.
RECEIPT.
Correct. Next question goes to Joycelyn Liebert Primary. Question reads, the lunch queue in the cafeteria was very long. Spell the word cafeteria. The lunch queue in the cafeteria was very long. Spell the word cafeteria.
Cafeteria. CAFETERIA. Cafeteria.
Correct. Next question, St. James Primary School. Success is achieved through hard work. Spell the word success. Success is achieved through hard work. Spell the word success.
SUCCES. Success.
Incorrect. Success is spelled SUCCESS. Next question goes to St. Thomas's Primary School. Question, Tatiana's display made it to the exhibition. Spell the word exhibition. Tatiana's display made it to the exhibition. Spell the word exhibition.
Exhibition. EXHIBITION. Exhibition.
Correct. Okay. We go now to the section on grammar. That was the spelling section. We now have the grammar section. And we begin at the end with the Charlestown Primary School. Correct the following sentence. The teacher should have praised me for my courage. Correct the following sentence. The teacher should have praised me for my courage.
The teacher should have praised me for my courage.
Correct. St. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. What figure of speech is the following? David is a walking encyclopedia. What figure of speech is the following? David is a walking encyclopedia.
Adjective.
No. The answer is a metaphor.
I don't know.
Ivor Walters Primary. What is the correct degree of adjective for good in this sentence? You will get a dash, view, if you stand here instead of there? Listen again. What is the correct degree of adjective for the word good in this sentence? You will get a dash view if you stand here instead of there.
Better.
Better. Correct.
What she said?
Joycelyn Libel Primary. Use the correct form of the word collide in this sentence. Several people were injured in the dash between the bus and the train. Listen again. Use the correct form of the word collide in this sentence. Several people were injured in the dash between the bus and the train.
Collision.
Collision. Correct. St. James Primary School. Listen to this question, St. James Primary. The house has a lot of value. Give the adjective form of value. The house has a lot of value. Give the adjectival form of value.
Valuable.
Valuable, correct. St. Thomas's Primary. What is the subject of this sentence? Shut the door. What is the subject of this sentence? Shut the door.
You.
Correct. Back to Charleston Primary. What part of speech is because in this sentence? He's a good basketball player because he's very tall. What part of speech is because in this sentence? He's a good basketball player because he's very tall.
Conjunction.
Correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. On Saturdays, listen to the question. On Saturdays, I work from 9 to 5. What part of speech is from in the sentence? Listen again. On Saturdays, I work from 9 to 5. What part of speech is from in this sentence?
Please to repeat.
On Saturdays, I work from 9 to 5. What part of speech is from?
Conjunction.
No. No, the word is preposition. We go to Ivor Walters Primary. Question for Ivor Walters Primary. Which of the following uses like or as to make a comparison between two unlike things. Simile, metaphor, supporting detail, personification. Listen again. Which of the following uses like or as to make a comparison between two unlike things? Simile, metaphor, supporting detail, personification.
Simile.
Simile, correct. Joycelyn Liebert Primary School, add the correct prefix to the word which I shall repeat in the sentence. People who are tired tend to be rather tolerant. Add the correct prefix to the word tolerant. Listen again. Add the correct prefix to the word tolerant. People who are tired tend to be rather tolerant. The correct answer is intolerant. The prefix is in. St. James Primary, identify the abstract noun in this sentence. The footballer's eyes were full of excitement. Identify the abstract noun in this sentence. The footballer's eyes were full of excitement.
Excitement.
Correct. St. Thomas's Primary. What is the gender of the word lawyer in this sentence? What is the gender of the word lawyer in this sentence? The ambitious lawyer works late every day. The ambitious lawyer works late every day.
Common.
Common, correct.
Yeah, all right, that brings us to the end of the language arts questions. Our next subject area will be science after the scores, the updated scores.
And also one the language arts section where we score the tallying. Let me just take the opportunity, I will say to those who are listening on the radio all over the world, to invite you to become a member of the NEPAC Co-operative credit union. That's the first thing. You cannot be leaders or you cannot be an individual and not be a member of the NEPAC credit union. So, I invite you to become a member. Now all you have to do, fill out the form, you pay $500 for the shares, and you become a member. And then you have access to all the services of the credit union. And there are many services, and so I don't think you want to miss out on the opportunity to benefit from the credit union. So please, if you have not yet, kindly go to the office or go online and register, pay your $500, and become a member of the Leaders Credit Union. But the scores can indicate what the scores are. In the past, if I could go over the scores.
Right, so the scores at the end of the language arts round: Charlestown 20, Elizabeth Pemberton 5, round of applause there. Ivor Walters 15, Joycelyn Liburn 15, St. James 10, St. Thomas's 20. And we go straight into the science round, round 1. First question to Charlestown Primary. What is a habitat? What is a habitat?
A habitat is a natural home for various species interacting with each other.
Yeah, correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, your question. Name the process by which water changes from a liquid to a solid. Name the process by which water changes from a liquid to a solid.
Condensation.
Incorrect. Freezing is the correct answer. Ivor Walters Primary. What are the 3 basic properties of matter? What are the 3 basic properties of matter?
Solid, liquid, and gas.
Incorrect. Shape, mass, volume. All right, that answer is correct. All right, so we go to the Joycelyn Liburn Primary. Evaporation, condensation, freezing, and melting are all dash change. You're going to fill up the space where it's a dash. Evaporation, condensation, freezing, and melting are all dash change.
Physical change.
Very good. St. James, name the process by which ice goes directly from solid to gas. Name the process by which ice goes directly from solid to gas.
Melting.
Incorrect. Sublimation. St. Thomas's Primary. Your question. The role each organism plays in its ecosystem is referred to as what? The role each organism plays in its ecosystem is referred to as The correct answer is niche. Niche. Right, so we go back to the Charlestown Primary. Your second question in this round on science. An animal that is hunted and killed by another for food is known as an animal that is hunted and killed by another for food is known as
Prey.
Correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, your question. Teacher wrote the words savanna, wetland, and atmosphere on the board and asked students to tell which of the three is not an ecosystem. What answer should the students give? Teacher wrote the words savanna, wetlands, and atmosphere on the board and asked the students to tell which of the three is not an ecosystem. What answer should the students give?
Can you please repeat?
Teacher wrote the words savanna, wetlands, and atmosphere on the board and asked students to tell which of the three is not an ecosystem. What answer should the students give?
Atmosphere.
You're correct. Ivor Walters Primary, your question. What type of gas is released into the air after photosynthesis takes place? What type of gas is released into the air after photosynthesis takes place?
Oxygen.
You're correct. Jocelyn Libert Primary. What name is given to a group of organisms of the same species living in an environment? What name is given to a group of organisms of the same species living in an environment?
Can you please repeat?
What name is given to a group of organisms of the same species living in an environment? Your answer is population. St. James, your question. Animals that mainly feed on the remaining food hunted by other animals are called. Animals that mainly feed on the remaining food hunted by other animals are called.
Scavengers.
You're correct. St. Thomas's, your question. How do animals get energy from the sun? How do animals get energy from the sun?
The sun gives animals vitamin D and also Plants take nutrients from the sun, convert it into their food, and animals eat plants. Well, some animals eat plants.
You're correct. Right, so we go to round 2 in the science category. First question in round 2 goes to the Charlestown Primary. The same amount of hot tea was poured into 4 cups made from different materials: styrofoam, glass, tin, and aluminum. Which cup of tea will take the longest to cool? So listen carefully again. The same amount of hot tea was poured into 4 cups made from different materials: styrofoam, glass, tin, and aluminum. Which cup of tea will take the longest to cool?
Aluminum.
Incorrect. Styrofoam. The tea that is in the styrofoam. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, your question. The top decomposers in the forest are the FBI. What does FBI stand for? The top decomposers in the forest are the FBI. What does FBI stand for?
Can you please repeat?
The top decomposers in the forest are the FBI. That means words beginning with FBI. What does FBI stand for?
Fungi, bacteria, and infection.
Last word? Last word? Repeat the last one.
Infection.
That's incorrect. The last one should be invertebrates or insects. Ivy Waters Primary, your question. Katie removes a loaf of bread hot from the oven. She cuts a slice off the loaf and spreads butter on it. What type of change does the butter undergo? Katie removes a loaf of bread hot from the oven. She cuts a slice off the loaf and spreads butter on it. What type of change does the butter undergo?
Chemical.
Incorrect. It's physical change. Joycelyn Libod Primary, your question. Susan found lice on her hair after a severe itchy scalp. What symbiotic relationship exists between Susan and the lice? Susan found lice on her hair after a severe itchy scalp. What symbiotic relationship exists between Susan and the lice? All right, parasitism. Parasitism. The lice are parasites. All right, so we go to St. James. In the water cycle, water vapor changes to water droplets. This process is called, in the water cycle, water vapor changes to water droplets. This process is called right, your answer is condensation. Your question, St. Thomas's. A vitamin C tablet is placed in a glass of water. What type of change will occur? A vitamin C tablet is placed in a glass of water. What type of change will occur?
A chemical change.
You're correct. Very good. Right. Final question for science. We go back to the Charlestown primary. In an energy pyramid, who has the most energy? In an energy pyramid, who has the most energy? The answer is producers. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Which energy transformation takes place when you burn a candle? Which energy transformation takes place when you burn a candle?
Please repeat.
Which energy transformation takes place when you burn a candle?
Please do repeat.
Which energy transformation takes place when you burn a candle?
Heat.
Correct. Also chemical and light. By the way, if you ask for a repeat after we have read the question twice, that is included in the time, in the 20 seconds. Right. So Ivor Waters Primary. When John gets cold, he rubs his hands together to stay warm. This source of heat is known as, when John gets cold, he rubs his hands together to stay warm. This source of heat is known as?
Friction.
You're correct. Joycelyn Libert Primary. What name is given to the relationship in which two species benefit from each other? What name is given to the relationship in which two species benefit from each other? The correct answer is mutualism. All right, so we go now to the St. James Primary. On Tuesday, Sam visited the kitchen to observe states of matter when water is boiling. The state of matter seen in the air is what? On
Gas.
Tuesday, you're correct. Gas. That's it. Sorry. St. Thomas's, your final question in this round. What is the purpose of decomposers in an ecosystem? What is the purpose of decomposers in an ecosystem?
To break down the remains of dead organisms.
Correct. All right, so that brings us to the end of the science round. We'll get an update on the scores and then go straight into the social studies NCCU round.
All right, thank you very much. It was brought to my attention that one of the participants, I understand, they wish to have a 30-second bathroom break. So if that is the case, please quickly, can I have the bathroom break very quickly? While you're having the bathroom break, it should be in the bathroom on the side. All right, while the children are in the bathroom break, I think for those who are listening by radio, we are coming live from the building at NEPAC, where we have in the NCCU SJCIC inter-primary school quiz competition, which is a part of the 50th anniversary celebration of the Leaders Credit Union. And it was brought to my attention also that in the House is the president of the Leaders Co-operative Credit Union, Mr. Chris Lyman. Where are you, sir? Okay, he's somewhere. So please acknowledge Mr. Chris Lyman, president of the Leaders Co-operative Credit Union. Here we are. I'm not seeing him. Okay. And while we are having the break, let me just quickly mention something here that we need to know as members of the credit union. We're in the process of launching this, what we call a multi-flex card. That's the name, multi-flex card of the credit union. This card can be used at point of sale terminals, in restaurants, supermarkets, stores, gas stations, etc., etc., both locally and internationally. So if you have this card, you can go to Sunshine or go to all the restaurants. I don't even name the restaurants. Whatever they name, so I can go to the supermarkets, runs, all the supermarkets, value mart, etc., and use your card. Those who like to do online shopping, because a lot of people in this, they like to do online shopping, especially from Amazon, especially the ladies, they're Amazon shoppers. So you can use your card and get your stuff from Amazon, Target, Walmart, etc., etc. And coming to the scores, and very quickly, also, those of us who make our monthly payment. For all of us pay our water bills, electricity bills, level, etc. You can use the multiplex card to pay your bills and level, water department, flow, digital, etc., etc. At this time, we have the scores.
Right, so the scores for the science, Charlestown Primary 10, Elizabeth Pemberton 10, sorry. Yeah. Ivor Waters 15, Joycelyn Libert 5, St. James 10, St. Thomas's 15. Total to date, Charlestown Primary 30, Charlestown Primary 30, Elizabeth Pemberton 15, Ivor Waters 30, Joycelyn Libert 20, St. James 20, St. Thomas's 35. We go straight into the social studies NCCU round.
Okay, we begin the round with the NCCU. This is the NCCU section. And we begin with Charlestown. Name the grant that built the credit union building on Chapel Street in 1982. Listen again. Name the grant that built the credit union building on Chapel Street in 1982.
CEDA, also known as Canadian International Development Organization.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. The credit union is not considered a bank. Instead, it is a, listen again, the credit union is not considered a bank. Instead, it is a
cooperative organization.
No, it is? You're correct? It says financial cooperative. Yeah. Okay. Judges says correct. Ivor Walters Primary. Give 3 services offered by the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. Give 3 services offered by the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union.
Training, mobile banking, and online banking.
Yes, correct. Joycelyn Libert Primary. Name the organization which currently regulates the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. Name the organization which currently regulates the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union. The answer is the Financial Services Regulatory Commission, also known as FSRC. St. James Primary. Name the first general manager of the credit union. Name the first general manager of the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union.
Eileen Blackett.
Yes, correct. Okay. St. Thomas's Primary School. How many years of service? How many years of service is the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union celebrating this year? How many years of service did the credit union celebrate last year?
50 years.
Correct. Back to Charlestown Primary. The credit union started as a civil service cooperative credit union in what year? The credit union started as a civil service cooperative credit union in what year?
1965.
Correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Name 2 deceased female pioneers of the credit union. Name 2 deceased female pioneers of the credit union.
Spencer Byron and
Mrs. Eileen Blackett and Janet Claxton.
Judges? No, you say Janet Claxton. You answered after the bell. Okay. All right. So judges said no. You answer after the bell. Some of the deceased members is Mrs. Eileen Blackett, Cicely Grail Hall, this is Janet Claxton, Anne-Marie Keynes, and Alvis Dyer. But he answered after the bell, so that can carry. Ivor Walters Primary. One of the presidents of the credit union worked as an intern and then as a member of staff prior to becoming president. Name this president. One of the presidents of the credit union worked as an intern and then as a member of staff prior to becoming president.
Mr. Chris Liburd.
Correct. Joyce Lynn Liburd Primary. Who was the first president of the credit union?
Father John Wagland.
Correct. St. James Primary. How many general managers has the credit union had since its existence? How many general managers has the credit union had since its existence?
3.
3, correct. St. Thomas's Primary, the boardroom of the credit union is named in honor of who? The boardroom of the credit union is named in honor of who?
Mr. Arthur Evelyn.
Correct. We'll go back now to Charleston for the round 2. Charleston, who is presently the general manager of the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union?
Mr. Sidney Newton.
Correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, which room at the credit union is named in honor of Mrs. Eileen Blackett? Which room at the credit union is named in honor of Mrs. Eileen Blackett?
The lobby.
The lobby. That one? All right. Yes, correct. Ivor Walters, the office of the first credit union was found where? The office of the first credit union was found where?
It was a desk in Evelyn's travel agency.
Correct. Joycelyn Lybert Primary, which of the general managers also served as president of the credit union? Which of the general managers also served as president of the credit union?
Mr. Arthur Evelyn.
No, Mr. Sidney Newton. St. James Primary, give the names of 2 living pioneers of the credit union. St. James Primary, give the names of 2 living pioneers of the credit union.
Joseph Parry and Wellington Paris.
Correct. St. Thomas's Primary, the assets of the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union amounted to how much money at the end of 2021? The assets of the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union amounted to how much money at the end of 2021?
164 million.
Correct. Okay. We go back to Charlestown Primary. The 2 wrongs gone? Everybody did 2 questions. Everybody did 2, right? 1. Okay. Okay. Back to Charlestown Primary. Second question in round 2 of the credit union. Who was the first recipient? Who was the first recipient? Who was the first recipient of the credit union scholarship? Who was the first recipient of the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union scholarship?
Miss Trudy Prentice.
Correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. Where in Charlestown can you find the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union? Where in Charlestown can you find the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union?
Chapel Street on Featherbed Alley.
Correct. Ivor Walters, in what year was the credit union renamed the Charlestown Cooperative Credit Union? In what year?
1966.
90, correct. Joycelyn Liebert Primary. Who is the current president of the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union?
Mr. Chris Liebert.
Correct. St. James Primary. How many persons have served as president of the credit union? How many persons have served as president of the credit union? No, not so many. 16. And the final question in this section goes to St. Thomas's. Name the plan offered by the credit union that gives its members access to insurance which assists them with funeral expenses.
SIP or Family Indemnity Plan.
Correct.
Right, that brings us to the end of the credit union round of questions. We'll have the updated scores for you. Then we go into the final subject area, mathematics.
All right, when the scores, I must say that I'm very impressed with the knowledge of the participants and about the credit union. So give them a round of applause. And I know for sure we have 12 participants on stage. We have 12 DRC credit union members for the future. Round of applause for the credit union members to come. But I think I also value this school to come and they do maybe their payments and their contributions. I believe some schools do, private schools, and so you can convert when you become older, become a full-time fledged credit union member. By the time you can afford $500 to buy your shares. Yeah, you can afford $500 to buy your shares. When you get that old, 18 years or whatever, you can afford $500, a lot more than that. And then after you $500, you can buy more shares if you want to and invest more. The more you have, the more you can invest. So thank you very much. Again, I want to remind you about our multi-flex card. A card like no other institution has in this country. A card that can get you many things, many places. You can use it at any ATM at home or abroad. So if you go overseas, you can use your card and access funds. You can use it to make, like you mentioned, payments, bill payments, like water, department, etc. can do online shopping, Amazon, etc. You can use it in the restaurants, the supermarket stores, and so on, right here on Island. So by this time, the scores, can you give us the scores?
All right, so for the NCCU round 3, Charlestown Primary, 20 points. Elizabeth Pemberton, 15. Ivor Waters, 20. Joycelyn Liebert, 10. St. James, 15. St. Thomas's, 20. Total scores after the 3 subject areas. Charlestown, 50. Elizabeth Pemberton, 30. Ivor Walters, 50. Joycelyn Liebert, 30. St. James, 35. St. Thomas's, 55. Right, so we go straight into the final subject area, mathematics. Reminding you that in this round 1, you have 20 seconds in which to answer the question. And in the final round, you have 40 seconds. So this round, 20 seconds for maths. Charlestown Primary. Name the quadrilateral that has 4 sides of equal length but no right angles. Name the quadrilateral that has 4 sides of equal length but no right angles. The answer is rhombus. A rhombus has 4 sides of equal length, but no right angles. Elizabeth Pemberton. Lines that cross and meet at right angles are called lines that meet or cross at a right angle are called
Please to repeat.
lines that cross or meet at a right angle are called the answer, perpendicular lines. Ivor Waters. I am an angle that measures more than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. What angle am I? I am an angle that measures more than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. What angle am I?
A reflex angle.
Reflex angle is correct. Joycelyn Liebert Primary. List all the factors of the number 15. List all the factors of the number 15. 15.
1, 3, 5, and 15.
You're correct. Right, so we go to the St. James Primary School. What is the place value of the digit 6 in the number 82.966? 7. What is the value of the digit 6 in the decimal number 82.967?
Hundreds.
You're correct. St. Thomas's. What name is given to a 6-sided shape? What name is given to a 6-sided shape?
Hexagon.
Correct. Slide back down to Charlestown Primary. How many vertices does a cube have? How many vertices does a cube have?
8.
You're correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary. In which direction do horizontal lines run? In which direction do horizontal lines run?
Left to right.
Correct. Ivor Walters. You may want to write down these numbers as I call them. What is the mode of this set of numbers? 7, 7, 8, 2, 11, 10. What is the mode of this set of numbers? 7, 7, 8, 2, 11, 10. All right. The answer is 7. Mode means those that appear most often, which is 7. Joycelyn Liban, Primary. A dice is an example of what shape? A dice is an example of what shape?
Cube.
Correct. St. James Primary. What name is given to the result of a division problem? What name is given to the result of a division problem?
A quotient.
You're correct. St. Thomas's. What name is given to a triangle that has all sides, all equal sides? Again, what name is given to a triangle that has all equal sides?
Equilateral triangle.
Correct. Right, so let's go now to the more challenging or difficult round. Hope you have paper and pencil to do your calculations if necessary. Remember, you have 40 seconds to answer in this round. So get your pencil ready in case you have to write. And so we start again with Charlestown Primary. A company donates 935 pencils to a school. The pencils are divided evenly among 9 classrooms. The rest of the pencils are given to the library. How many pencils are donated to each classroom. Again, a company donates 935 pencils to a school. The pencils are divided evenly among 9 classrooms. The rest of the pencils are given to the library. How many pencils are donated to each classroom?
$127.
Incorrect. 103, if the answer there is correct. Elizabeth Pemberton. A parcel of potatoes weighs 64 kilograms. Each potato weighs 4 kilograms. How many potatoes are in the parcel? A parcel of potatoes weighs 64 kilograms, 64. Each potato weighs 4 kilograms. How many potatoes are in the parcel? Right, you should divide 4 into 64. Your answer is 16 potatoes. Ivor Waters. An aircraft traveled full on 54 trips. If the aircraft holds 68 passengers, how many passengers were carried on the 15 trips? An aircraft traveled full on 15 trips. If the aircraft holds 68 passengers, how many passengers were carried on the 15 trips? Right, you should multiply 15 times 68 to get 1,020 passengers. Jenna, we are at the Joycelyn Library Primary. Jenna built a fence around her garden with lengths of 4 centimeters and 7 centimeters. That means the garden is 7 centimeters long, 4 centimeters wide. What is the perimeter of the fence? Jenna built a fence around her garden with lengths of 4 centimeters and 7 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the fence?
Three.
Incorrect. Perimeter means you add all 4 sides. It's 22 centimeters. Next question goes to the St. James Primary. Marcy and Marlon both scored 36 out of 40 on a test. What percentage did they receive? Marcy and Marlon both scored 36 out of 40 on a test. What percentage did they receive?
%?
Incorrect. 90%. St. Thomas's Primary, your question. Susan picked 25 plums from a tree. Joan picked 10 less than Susan. How many plums did they have altogether? Susan picked 25 plums from a tree. Joan picked 10 less than Susan. How many plums did they pick altogether?
Can you please repeat?
Susan picked 25 plums from a tree. Joan picked 10 less plums than Susan. How many plums did they have altogether? Incorrect. You're supposed to subtract 10 from the 25, which give you 15. Then to find how many altogether, you add 25 and 15, which is 40. All right, so let's go back to the final set of questions for maths and for the quiz, barring no tiebreakers. And we are at the Charlestown Primary. Listen and write as I read the question. A library has 3,489 non-fiction books. That's 3,489. 8,617 fiction books. That's 8,617. And 1,240 reference books. That's 1,240. All books except the reference books are available for loan. How many books are available for loan? Again, a library has 3,489 non-fiction books, 8,617 fiction books, and 1,240 reference books. All books except the reference books are available for loan. How many books are available for loan?
$12,106.
You're correct. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, your question. A fisherman caught 546 fish on Monday, 36 less on Tuesday. How many fish did the fisherman catch altogether? Again, a fisherman caught 546 fish.
510. 510.
Incorrect. 510. represents how many were caught on Tuesday. You know, I have to add Monday's catch to Tuesday's catch to get 1056. Ivor Walters Primary. A complete turn of an angle measures 360 degrees. A 3/4 turn of an angle measures what? A complete turn of an angle measures 360 degrees. A 3/4 turn of an angle measures
270 degrees.
You're correct. Joycelyn Libod Primary. How many quarters are there in 6.5? How many quarters are there in 6.5? You should multiply 6.5 by 4 because there are 4 quarters in a whole to get 26 quarters. St. James, your final question. There are 5 triangles and 6 squares. How many sides are there in all? There are 5 triangles and 6 squares. How many sides are there in all?
$39.
You're correct. Your final question, St. Thomas's. On a pictograph, 1 ice cream represents 5 students. If there are 6 ice creams, how many students are there? On a pictograph, 1 ice cream represents 5 students. If there are 6 ice creams, how many students are there?
30.
You're correct. All right, so that brings us to the end of the mathematics subject area. We'll wait for the updated scores to decide whether we go straight into the prize giving or if we have tiebreakers to separate the top 3 teams. Over to you, Mr. Moon.
All right, when the scores, having the scores, I know that there should be a video, but I'm not certain how long it will take, and so we're going to, in the interest of time, we'll just leave that out for now, for future time. I'm hoping that there are no high scores here, no need for high breakers. I'm hoping. So, if you can get the scores in a minute, then we'll be moving quickly to our prize giving. We have our president here, Mr. Chris Libod. And for those who don't know, Mr. Chris Libod took part, he was a participant in an SJCIC quiz many years ago. I don't remember exactly what year it was. In what? 2002. Mr. Chris Lytle was a participant here, and today, look at Mr. Lytle. Big deal.
No, me never say wasn't, you know?
So what year you can
The one in the orange?
So like just like him. So you can move on and you can graduate and you can become somebody big in the community one day. And I think that the exposure to these young folks very, very good at this age. And it helps to get you in the frame of mind, and you can develop and you can expand your knowledge, and you can become somebody very important in the community in years to come. Do we have response? Do we have clear-cut minutes? 1, 2, 3? I'm hoping. That's the first question. Do we have clear-cut minutes? First, second, third? Yes. We do.
Yeah.
So they're going to be for tiebreakers.
Praise the Lord.
So, at this point, we are going to invite the president, Mr. Chris Lytle, to come forward.
Man look different from the glasses.
What you
Give a round of applause for Mr. Chris Lytle.
That's kind of disrespectful.
Don't put that on. It's true.
While you're down here at NEPAC, and we should be over here,
The man will
the
get
scores are in, and we have no need for tiebreakers. We have clear-cut winners, first, second, and third. I'm hoping and see that the judges are discussing something. I'm hoping that there is not a mistake here.
Please don't be a mistake. Please don't be a mistake.
Clear-cut winners.
Yes.
Oh, that's very good. So, now let's see how the scores here. I think what we do, as the custom, we give the participants a medal. So, you want to get the scores? Okay, let's see how the scores are here. All right. So we have 6 schools taking part. And hello? Last round?
That's
Oh, round 4. Round 4. We have Charlestown, Friday, 10 points. Elizabeth Friday, 5 points. Alpha Walters, 15 points. Joyce in the library, 10 points. St. James, 15 points. And St. Thomas, 15 points. So maybe at this point we should call all the schools to tell the family winners and then give the participants the trophies at the same time. So, based on what has been given by the scores, in 6th position, with a total okay, just for second and third. Alright. So we just go first, second, and third. In 3rd position, with a total of 60 points, put your hands on the degrees for the Charlestown. In 2nd position, with a total of 65 points, put your parents again, please, for the eye job. And today's winners, with a total of 70.70 St. Cabbages. Congratulations to all, including those who didn't come for second and third. You did a good job. So, we will now, first of all, give each participant a medal to hand. So, President, will you?
Mr. President.
For the standby. And all the standby folks, will you come forward? Just come forward and receive your medals. Let's see the standby first.
But it's a feeling like it's a feeling we are rich up, but it's all over.
Yeah, but it's this time I was just come first.
They come to dance.
Yeah, we?
So we stand by themselves with the medals and then the actual first place, third place and some medals. When I do that last, then I'll do it was first medals last. Oh no, these are participations.
Organizations
and the waters.
This year we're gonna have one again, but we're not gonna be
James Byron.
I highly doubt that.
And St. Thomas Byron. Now for the big prizes. In third position, to collect your trophy, Charlestown Primary School. All of the Charlestown Primary School. In second position for the progress. And today's winners, round of applause for today's second Now today's big winners, St. Thomas Primary School. All right, the open is because of the anniversary celebration, it's a very generous school. And so, we're going to give each participating school a check. One for child from parents to come forward, teacher please, connect your child. Child from parents. And for one and today's winners, St. Thomas Inspirer. St. Thomas Service Primary. I don't know what about this building. First prize, cash. Oh, okay, for the winners. Okay, good. What about this? I already know. Otherwise, a big fat check. Second, I go on this, please. Okay, I go on this. Credit union is a general school. And to those who are they will last out on a lot of money. Their accounts will be very big by the end of the day. So I'm sorry they are really they are regretting. And second, okay. Charleston Prairie. So I'm saying thank you for taking all the schools. And you've done a great job, students, you've done a great job, teachers have done a great job. And I want to congratulate all participants for taking part. But that is not my role this morning, this afternoon. We have somebody who is going to be the board of tax. And that person is none other than Lottie Esther. But let me just say one thing. Lottie assistant me. And I'm telling you, I could have asked for the better assistant than Miss Esther. Give a round of applause. Very important. So she's out with the board of tax, and then we're out of here.
Good afternoon. And as I've been said, my name is and so first of all, thanks to our parents and listeners with a successful event and also with great technology that we would have been able to beam this event to all those who are not physically present with us. We would like to give thanks to our 50th anniversary committee chair, Director Carl Tyson, and to the entire board of directors of the Co-operative Limited. Thanks to our president, Mr. Chris Library, who is a former champion of this quiz, for being with us today and distributing our prizes. Thanks to the quiz committee subcommittee members, and I make particular reference to our director, Dwight Morton, who has also been wearing the dual hat of our SJCIC coordinating representative. Thank you, Mr. Morton. I say thanks to our general manager, Mr. J.C. Newton, for being fully supportive of this quiz, as evidenced by the quality of the remarks that he gave today, and then working as a timekeeper. Thanks to all other SJCIC members who worked behind the scenes to make this quiz a reality, and to those who are present with us today, lending their expertise in the persons of Mr. Houston Byron, Mr. Hensley Daniel, and Ms. Tasha Carey. Thanks to our Principal Education Officer, Ms. Diana Claxton, to all the other education officers who would have given their support in the various areas of planning and execution. And I would like at this time to make special mention of Education Officer Atalia Jeffers, who gave us a great start in this relay race, but she had to leave the field before the final leg was completed. So we give thanks to her. Thanks to all of our principals and our teacher guides for the extra hard work that you did in the preparation process of the questions and of the students. And we want to acknowledge the Maude Cross Preparatory School, the they are not here today. They had to drop out at the last minute due to ill health. We want to give thanks to our students for their hard work in preparing, and also to their parents who would have worked with them at evenings and on the weekends to support the work that the teachers would have been doing with them at school. To all of our technical teams who worked with us today to produce and broadcast this quiz, also to One Radio, Nevis Television, our Facebook page managers, YouTube, and the recording of this for Prosperity Jenny's production. We thank each and every one of you for your part today. And finally, to the teams who would have worked in the layout and decor of this auditorium, and also to the caterers who would have provided refreshments, which we will have for our students. We are starting with our students first, supporting team, and also the officials, and then anyone else. And so we just want to say thanks. And that has brought us to the end of our activity today. And before we leave, we would just like to have group photos with the SJCIC, NCCU, and participating schools. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Kindly come forward quickly for the photographs, please. Participants, please stay on stage. We are taking photographs of the participants. Please stay on stage. Stand by the school, please. We will be happy to have education officials. Mr. Williams and Ms. Brown.
Police back.
you.